I think will be getting better.
Free education for all from, is it
I think
actually free from primary school and also for to junior high school? Is it
sorry.
actually free? Education in Indonesia. Do we
Right
have
now,
to pay for that? The elementary school, primary school, and also junior
um,
high school.
theoretically, yes, but practically, you still have to pay for some things.
Right. And okay, right. It's only for how do you call it? Governmental schools.
Yep, it's true. But even if you send your kids, your children to government school, to public school, you still have to pay for some kind of utilities that didn't paid by the government,
All right. So
or
it's
let's say just some extracurricular.
yes.
You still have to pay. You still have to buy your uniform. You still have to buy books.
But I think if education is great, so the economy will be great too. So I think if economy is great, yeah, that's it means we are rich. I think it's no problem. But because education great, economy great, we are rich, so economy is not our problem.
That's actually quite interesting question and quite interesting answer, because the thing about free stuff is we tend to waste it.
Yes.
Sorry, it's tough.
The thing with free
First
stuff,
of
we tend to waste it. So if we
Oh,
have free healthcare, we will not take care of our health. If we have free electricity, we tend to waste it. We try to keep everything
yeah,
on. It's wasting, but you cannot
yeah,
waste education.
yeah.
You cannot.
Uh,
You simply cannot waste education. If you don't want to study, it's your fault. No one gets. Let's just say every teacher, every professor in this country get paid by the government, and you don't want to study, you cannot waste it. Don't want to get hurt. Like it's just yourself. But if you waste electricity too much, anyone else could be hurt. Anyone else could be taking disadvantage out of it. So I think that's pretty good answer.
I think, but in other part, to make the education can make the people know how important is healthy, although it's free. Uh, how important is education, although it's free. I think education can do it. So make make the people to think that, oh, it's free, okay, it's free, but it's very important. I think it's part of education too. So if we can educate the people to know that education is important, yeah, I think will be great. But the problem if we can educate the people uh, to the people that education is important. So that's the problem. I think if education is free, if, it's a must that to educate the people that education is important, so they will not waste the education.
Sorry, I don't think so about that. I don't think education or prices are the problem. I think the problem is the people's will.
So wait,
Even
sorry.
the education we pay higher if the people have strong will, high
low
will.
motivation.
Yes, it's just about depends on people's will, or you
Yeah,
call say patient, high
Low
will.
motivation.
that's why
Yes,
I think
it just
it's a part for education to tell the people to educate the people that education yeah. If we can educate them, yeah, it will be the suicide knife, be danger and can be good. If we can educate, I think it will be good. But no, yeah, like you say,
Yep, he has quite strong argument to back that up. So I think we could agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
free education with good quality, I think.
yes,
Thank you.
quality, very very good, and it's a must to the educate the people how the important the education.
But that's the problem,
Yeah,
though.
hard.
You cannot get good quality
Yes.
with free
Three
stuff
things. Yes.
because in this capitalism world, there's no competition because it's free, so no one tends to do it better.
I
But
think it's quite difficult, yeah, the your question because it's kind of uh, political subsidy. Just like while people, oh, everyone wants a lower price of fuel, so
Mhm,
Fuel.
everybody,
Okay.
yeah, fuel uh,
mhm,
premium. So
uh,
everyone in Indonesia likes get to the cheaper one, but
mhm,
for political decision is not uh, quite good because some people in Jakarta they don't need subsidy,
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
yeah,
but from every town, every city in Indonesia, the highest usage of fuel is in Jakarta.
mhm,
but
So I
yeah,
think if you connected the question into people needs, yes, we are in the city of electric with full electricity, no need
yeah,
of free electricity. But
I want to say,
people, but people in Papua or NTT, whether they don't have electricity, they will need. So I mean, everybody has their own needs.
but,
So
but
if we talk about this, it's kind of macroeconomy. If you want to talk about this, and you should use the helicopter view. You should see from
uh,
to 250,000 in Indonesia. How many people live in city? How many people live in village?
sorry,
That I think.
but sorry, but I think it's not relevant. It's not relevant to the question because if like that, I think uh, people in Jakarta really don't need free electricity. I think people in Jakarta uh, didn't don't really need cheap of free education and to healthcare too. So yeah, I think your answer is not relevant because yeah, the three option is not we cannot be choose because yeah, like I, like
It's
I said,
actually it's
I
it's actually personal opinion. It's actually okay. All answers are welcome. Like we don't have to fight here, right?
huh?
I mean, like, it's just a personal
Yeah,
opinion, so it's okay. Every answer is welcome. So yes, right. So is there any question for Mas Dede, everyone?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Mas Dede, would you like to pick the next person, please?
Yes. Siapa ya?
So who's next?
And yes, Mas Dede, you would
Uh,
like to pick
who I can choose? Which I can choose?
everyone. Everyone,
Everyone
you can choose everyone except for Mas. What's
except
the
you.
first?
Uh,
Oh,
can I choose you?
me? Why me? I'm supposed to read the questions.
Oh yeah, except you and maybe
Mas Kita, except Mas Kita too, because he already answered a
because
question.
I choose five. I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five. Ask Hanif dah.
Mas Hanif, okay, right. Mas Hanif, would you like to pick a number from 1 to 8 except for number 5 and number 7? Please.
All right. Number 2, maybe.
Okay, number 2.
Hello.
Number 2. How many children do you want to have?
Whoa. What a question.
I think it's
What are
very
your
simple.
considerations?
What a question. I think
Consideration.
it's. You want to answer it first, Mr. Dede?
It's yours.
Okay. I don't really have a plan about how many, but if God give me how many children, I will accept it. But if you ask me about the numbers, maybe 2 or 3,
2 or 3.
just like
Okay.
yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's not too many. It's just enough, I think.
It's just enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, how many?
Mr. Marianti, please ask me about that question too.
Okay, right. How many children
Right.
do you want to have, Mas Gita?
I want 7 children, but all the children is my
You
first
want
son.
to have how many?
I want 7 children, but all the children is my first son.
How? How's
All
that
right.
possible?
You want have many wives?
It's all man dreaming of.
What the hell, man?
I just trying to break the ice.
All right.
So your
So
answer, do you have any personal motivation on it, or just it's just a number 2 or 3?
I don't have any personal.
Like, do you have any personal calculation for that or anything?
No, I never calculated. Just flow with the
Going with
just
the flow,
going with the flow.
but
Just like
if you're going with the flow, you could have like as many children as you could. Like,
that.
never really use.
if the God if the God if the God really think I have the capacity for it, I will try to do it.
Or maybe depends on your powers of leg.
Sorry, power off.
Maybe depends on the power of our legs.
Like
Maksudnya tergantung kekuatan kakinya, dengkulnya gitu.
oh right.
KB.
I don't know, but just for your information, maybe just like if all my children alive, I have 6 children, but
Ooh.
it's just 2 for now. But there's so many things happen, so yeah.
So you lost 4.
Yeah, but in what's it called
The unborn.
in the unborn, yeah, the unborn one.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but I think my wife and me is quite fertile. Fertility is too good. So yeah, I never have a problem with having a children.
Yeah, for that kind of matters, we will never really know what's really happening.
Yeah.
Well, the children, son of the other, just like the parents. So if you have problem with that, it means you have the problem with yourself, isn't that?
Problem with what? Sorry.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if the children make some problem or trouble, that means the children just like their parents.
But the children is unborn yet.
If born.
All right. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's really it's really un tidak terduga. Tidak terduga. Unexpected
Unpredictable.
question for me. It's very unexpected question for me because I never really think about it. How many children
Just do it.
Like Nike.
I think the important thing is we don't neglect our children. We must love them, and we must love our wife too. It's just like that. I think that's the important thing. I don't never really think about the number.
So just do it. Right.
Right. I think it's
But
enough.
having children,
Huh?
but having children right now is quite expensive, don't you think so? I mean, like, yes, it needs a lot of things: education, healthcare, everything. So I think it's probably important to plan it too. Actually, well, anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But um I think it's just my opinion. A could may have a plan just like that. So that's why I joined this remote worker ID because I think I maybe in the future I need it.
mhm,
So
right.
that's why. So that's why.
Sorry for the unpredictable question.
Okay.
Right. So, Mas Hanif, would you like to pick the next person, please?
Maybe the new face, maybe Mr. Muhammad Ali Mukhtar.
Mr. Muhammad Ali.
Is
Where
he?
Hello.
is
The name is
Muhammad Ali Mukhtar? Okay, right. Hello, Mas Ali. So you were supposed to pick a number from 1 to 8, except for number 2, 5, and 7.
I will pick number 3.
Number 3.
Yes.
Number 3. How many times do you visit your parents or relatives living far away from you? 1 year normally? I mean, like without the pandemic.
Sorry, the question is very fast for me.
How many times do you
Mhm.
visit your parents or relatives living far away from you in 1 year normally, like when we don't have the pandemic, when
Mm,
the condition is normal?
I will visit my parents 3 months. Yes, 3 months.
Once in every 3 months.
Mhm.
3 months a year.
Yes,
Every 3 months, once in every 3 months.
3 months. Every 3 months.
Okay.
Okay, right. So it's about 4 times a year.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So So it's about 4 times a year you visit your parents.
She said, so it's about 4 times a year. If you visit your parents once in every 3 months, that makes like 4 times in a year. Because 12 divided by 3 is 4, right?
I think Yogyakarta to Blora is yes 1090 kilometer. So I think I will visit my parent is
Less often.
sorry my it's
Okay.
The
So
When was the last time you visit your parents? If that is not personal question to you.
excuse me.
no.
Nah, yeah.
When was the last time you visit your parents?
Sorry. Last month.
Last month?
Last month,
January. Yes, January.
January.
It's quite recent.
excellent.
What about the others? Hello.
Yep.
Shall I just copy paste the questions over there?
Maybe.
Okay, right. And if you guys probably have some more topics to add, we can probably simply add it here. Wait a second. It's 5 only. Okay. 4. Okay.
So that is the questions left.
3.
Okay, 5. Yes. Okay.
So who's next?
So no more questions for Mas Ali.
Yes, Mr.
No?
Miss. No.
Okay, right. Right. So Mas Ali, you would like to choose the next person, please, then.
Maybe Mas Fauzi.
Mas Fauzi, where is Mas Fauzi? Mas Fauzi, hello.
We should just what's so far my place sign limit.
He's gone. Mas Fauzi is leaving. Okay, right. Mas Ali, you would have to pick another person, please.
Mbak Rizky, maybe.
Rizky. Okay, right. Hello, Mbak Rizky. Right. Hello.
Check,
Rizky,
check.
are you there?
Rizky?
Is it me? Yes, of course. Her profile picture is a lady. Hello. Mbak Rizky, are you there? Right, probably she's not there. Okay. She's supposed to be there. I saw it.
She tried to unmute his mic, so I think she hear us.
I see it, right.
Okay, she's still here, but I think her mic doesn't working. Check. Rizky, can you hear us? Type something.
Maybe the mic is mute.
No,
Maybe.
it's not. I can hear.
Okay, she can hear
Can you-
us, but
Okay.
she cannot
Can
hear
you say
you.
something?
So,
We cannot hear you at
so
all.
I think she's reconnecting.
Yes, can I
Yes.
can
Oh,
you hear now?
okay, nice.
Right.
We can
Yes.
hear you now.
Right. So
Hello.
I actually have typed all of the questions over there, so you can probably simply choose which question you want to
Okay,
answer.
so which question now is already picked? Story is still available for me then. Mm-hmm. What do you want to play? Switch. Oh, so this one. What musical instrument do you play, or do you want to play, and why? Is that
Yeah.
already still available?
Yes, that's still
Okay,
relevant.
so that's quite interesting question. That actually I used to play guitar and ukulele. I mean,
Hmm?
and I
too.
also know a little bit piano, just a little bit, because when I was kid, my mom sent me to piano class for 2 years,
Hmm. Wow.
and now even during my free time, I still do guitar or ukulele, but I still my guitar is in my parent house, and I'm moving. I have my uke with me, so more simple and efficient, handy. How you say handy? It's small, and you still can play a song, but just different size and voice.
Yeah, I think handy is proper word.
Yeah, but a different. Yeah, the note. How to say, the chord from guitar to ukulele also different. It's also um depend on have a one ukulele and also guitarlele. Guitarlele is like a guitar. Like you can have a guitar, but a guitar with 6 strings, but in a size of
Small.
ukulele.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
that's we call
Yes.
guitarlele. That's pretty interesting because if you want to play a guitar, you can tune in the guitar. But if you want to setting it up in uke, you can also just put 4 strings. Yeah,
Interesting.
I think that is my answer. And yeah, that's it.
How does it feel like to be able to play any music instrument?
I don't know. I just know guitar so far and just a little bit of piano. I would
Yeah, I
love
mean,
to. I would love to learn other instrument like saxophone, maybe like Mr. Guitar or drums or bass. Yeah, bass a little bit knowing, but I knew that from because of my brother also play guitar, and I already and he taught me when I was in junior high school. So 9 um 15 years ago.
Well, hello, Rizky.
Hello.
Um, if you want to play something new about instrument, I suggest you saxophone. It's easier than guitar
Okay.
and it's handy.
Oh,
Trust me,
really?
it's
Oh,
easier
that's
than,
interesting.
than guitar. It's easier.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice advice. I will take a note on it.
Okay, if you take the
Thank
note,
you.
so maybe the first saxophone you have to choose alto saxophone because
Okay.
sopan is too difficult and the tenor saxophone is too big. Even for me,
Okay. So, which saxophone for the beginner would you suggest, Mas Gita? For me.
alto, alto. If you want to buy one, the new one, and you have many budget, I mean, have many money to spend to buy saxophone. I recommend you to buy um, Yamaha saxophone
Okay.
for for 80. To be honest, the price is too high for me. It's about 24, yes, 24 million rupiahs. But now it's pandemic, so the price is lower than before. I got only seven. I got only 14
Oh, okay.
million
Oh,
rupiah.
nice.
Yeah, it's time to buy something expensive. That's time right now.
Hmm.
because things are cheaper now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the bad news and nightmare for musicians. So the musician, if they have no money anymore, they will sell their instrument, just like that
Oh,
saxophone
yeah.
before.
That's better.
So
Like
that's why.
just ironic. We can say that ironic.
Yep. Maybe it's kind of ironic.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's right. Maybe ironic, but bad condition or bad news from someone that will be good news for someone others.
Else. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Always. That
Yep.
is we call
So
symbiosis.
I don't think that's a
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, the symbiosis. You cannot. We have multiple symbiosis. Symbiosis mutualisme of symbiosis parasitisme. You know it all. Which one we just use?
Don't I'm not hear it.
Halo Mas Dede.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really look like I'm joining up the clubhouse, and I just joined to get up all the people talking, and then I can hear it, and I even can go to doing something else in my room, and still can catching up with the conversation.
So
That's
Rizky,
the
I
pretty
have
same.
personal question that
Yeah.
is irrelevant to your answer. Maybe it is
Mhm.
irrelevant. Can I ask you?
Yeah, sure. Feel free to ask.
Okay, so how long have you been speaking in English?
Oh, since I was in primary high school, when primary SD ya kalau orang
Mhm.
Indonesia bilangnya. Ya, aku
I'm
SD
guessing
kelas 3
it's
when I was
yeah.
in a third grade in primary school. That's my first lesson when I got English. I
So
talk
I'm assuming you were talking in English for like 15 years at least.
Mm, I'm 28 years, and when I was like in third grade in primary school, maybe it's 8 years. Yeah, 20 years something. I talk English.
Do you speak another language than English and
Yeah,
Bahasa
I
Indonesia?
speak another language. Yes, exactly.
That's what I
And
guess because if you are
I
this
could.
fluent in English, you would tend to learn another
So,
language.
mhm.
So
There
what language
actually is
do you speak?
I have 4 language in total. I think in Indonesia it's quite normal if some one weekend it say more than 2 language, because we have also the mother language. For
Yeah.
me, I come from East Java, Blitar, so I
Mhm.
have Javanese as my mother language, and Indonesian as a national language, and
Mhm.
English as international language for sure. For sure. And now I move. I have learned Dutch language, the Netherlands style. So I'm now, and of course a little bit Arabic, because he knows
Please, I want to.
just a little bit. Oh, yes.
I really want to learn Arabic.
Yeah, me too. The way how I learn Arabic is just mostly when I read Quran, and then you also read the translation. I have Indonesians for the translation, and you can also, if for example I try Dutch, because I'm living and moving here for almost 2.5 years, and still it make a lot of different feeling, mixed feeling when you start. For example, now I really intense 2 days a week following the Dutch language, and then I also need to talk English in my daily activity, and also when my mom calling me and I talk Javanese.
Mm.
So sometimes you talk, and then it's like freezing. You have it's freezing and just stopping. You have a tangle
It's like
tongue.
tongue.
Yeah, or sometimes you just make like a Danglish, Dutch English, or bahasa into English, so mix. You can say like Jaksel language, but more than Jaksel language, because I mix it up three language sometime in one sentence when I talk.
Yep, that's the disadvantage
Yeah,
of learning
exactly.
multiple language. I mix
Yeah, that's
language sometimes.
oh, that's good. But look, I think that even when I moved to Netherlands, a lot of people here talk in English, so I don't have much problem to communicate with them. But if I go to like into um,
Countryside?
countryside, yeah, the countryside, they more likely not really keen to
Yeah.
talk or respond you in when you talk in English. So, and I
Mm.
also now working here, and I use most almost 90% of the language in Dutch. So that's it. Yeah, exactly. Mas Ebe say good combination Japanese and Dutch. That actually, funny thing, more than 60% of Japanese word it
Okay.
has similarities with Dutch, like
Mhm.
pinter, kelar, telat, same.
Yes.
Nice, eh?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, that is my answer,
That's Belanda kan?
Miss Marianti. Yeah, Dutch is
Yeah,
Belanda.
that's Belanda.
I think Miss Marianti is left
Yes,
the room.
really.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
she has problem with internet, so let's just continue and pick another one to
just
answer
can
the
yeah,
question.
sure.
If
I have a question. I have a question,
only
Miss.
if no one have question anymore.
I, I have a request for Miss
Mm-hmm.
Rizky.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Miss Rizky,
Panggil Kiki aja. Everyone can call me Kiki, is okay.
okay.
Well, okay.
Kiki,
Okay.
please
Kiki.
Yes.
let us hear you speak in Dutch.
Oh, okay.
Say something.
Interesting. Okay, I will introduce myself in Dutch then. Dankjewel. Goedenavond, nu in Indonesia. Mijn naam is Kiki. Ik ben nu hier bijna 2,5 jaar in Nederland wonen. En ik kom uit Indonesië. Ik woon nu in Groningen. Dat is een gebied van Nederland. En ik spreek nu niet zo goed Nederlands. Ik spreek niet zo goed Nederlands, maar als iemand me vraagt, ik versta wel en ik begrijp wel.
Oh,
Dat,
It's versening, right? It's versening.
ja, versta je wel niet.
I can hear you better than my Dutch friend because my Dutch
Ja.
friend, I don't even understand a single word he said because he talked really fast.
Oh
and
ja,
really-
in Nederland, we call Netherlands for the people, Nederlander for the peoples.
Mhm.
They call us toen. Sorry, now I mix it up Danglish. Toen is before. Before we in Indonesia, VOC, like colonialized time,
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
call us inlander.
Mhm.
Indonesian people as inlander, and they call themselves Nederlander. That's still happening here. And
Oh,
even
really?
we have even we have still they say os Indies dove. You know what it's mean? Like Indonesian os Indies, that's calling for Indonesian before colonialized time, and dove if um, when you have a problem with your hearing. Go so Indonesian is deaf. You know deaf. Yeah, Godverdomme. Godverdomme is like Janjo in
Oh,
Surabaya.
Wow, thank you.
more words to have.
I don't know what can,
Yeah, Mas Dede.
but Nyoman,
Yes. Well, Miss Mirianti back. Miss Mirianti back again.
by the
Yeah,
way,
she
I
was.
remember one funny thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Miss Marianti has joined it again.
Maybe we can go for the next question. Anybody want to talk?
Go for
Anyone?
Mas Hanif, I guess. You can pick actually, Miss Mbak Hesti.
Yeah. Who I want. Mas Eko, Miss. Maybe there is Mas Eko still
Uh,
here, right?
Yep,
Mas Eko
there's
he
my
can't.
Suprapto.
He can't. You can pick him. You can't pick him.
Why?
So he's
Hello?
only monitoring us.
Oh, okay. Only monitoring
Oh,
us.
he's watching us.
Yeah, he's watching us. Only
Oh,
watching us.
supervising like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would like to choose jeng 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 jeng. Yeah. um, what is XGDZN?
Oh, that's
Jeng
me.
jeng jeng jeng.
You already being
No,
you already being chosen? Not yet, right? Okay,
no, I
you just you
haven't.
then. Okay,
FKJZN is called Mizan. You can rate it as Mizan.
Yep, you can call me Mizan.
okay, Mas
So,
Admin, all the place for you. I should believe.
How can I
so
call you? XKDZN.
you can call me
Or
Mizan.
what?
Mizan.
Excuse me. Isn't.
It's just random string that I pulled, so I don't have to think every time to register something. And I keep using it
Okay.
because no one would ever use it. So it's quite
Exam.
maybe
Exam,
you
right?
use password generator.
yeah, something like that. But if it's too long, I will be wasting space in my brain to store another useful information. So 5 characters is enough for me. It works every time.
So Iksan atau Iksan?
Not really. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Mizan.
Okay.
It
That
feels
AM.
like a hacker name, I think.
Mizan.
So there's a question, and I don't even know which one. Would I? Do you guys have any suggestion? Which one should I pick?
Maybe for you, number 5 is good, I guess.
Number 5.
Yeah, like you have many view for something like this.
Okay. The option here is free education, electricity, or healthcare. I think I have stated my opinion about this. I choose free education because there is no competitions anyway in education. Like no one tends to teach us better. No one tends to provide better education. I don't think so. Even in private school, they don't really strive to do it better than public school, because
Yeah,
if it comes when it comes every time when it comes into free stuff, on this capitalism system, we will have some kind of trade-off. We will have some. We will not have better quality of products. We will not have better quality of service if the service or the product itself is free,
It's free.
because no one get hit higher if someone do it better. That's the thing. So even if I agree that healthcare is most important, that's why, because we have biggest budget on healthcare. I think in almost every country, healthcare, education. But yeah, I think that's the thing that you cannot waste. When it comes into free healthcare, you will not take care of your own health. But when it comes into free education, you cannot waste it. Everyone will just keep moving forward, and you will just left behind. You cannot waste education for someone else. That's my opinion about the question. Anyone have a question?
You
Follow-up?
you can't what? Can you repeat it again?
You cannot waste free education. You cannot abuse it,
I see.
because with free electricity, you could turn on everything, consume as much as you can, every power that you have, that you are provided to. And pretty much the same with healthcare, you would abuse it. If even if some kind of small symptoms, you would just go to the hospital, making it full, um, using all of this staff energy just to deal with your small, very simple symptoms, that very simple problem that actually you could heal it by yourself, because your body have the mechanism to heal it itself. But for me, the education, you cannot waste it. Not that you shouldn't, but you just simply cannot waste it.
Couldn't agree more with you. Do you think that if Indonesia have free education for elementary school until college, do you think all the people will go to school?
Not really. Going free education is one thing. Having a will,
I mean free education. Sorry.
having motivation to get education is another thing. Let's say in some places there is like some kind of quick job, like if you quit school and do this stuff, you will get money and you will get better life. And that teenagers will stop going to school because they never really see the needs of going to school, because all they see, like, people just wasting their time in school. I think it might be better for me if I just go to work, follow my uncle, follow my father, follow my neighbor, to do some kind of job that I could make money, that I could support my family. So I think that's the thing. Even if it's free, and Indonesian education is kind of free right now, and it doesn't really change anything, because free education is different than quality education.
Yes, it depends on the people, right? Not for the price of the education itself.
Yeah, I guess. So, anyone?
Well, I agree with you. You say something about energy. We can, if the energy will be free, we will waste it. But not in free healthcare. Yes, maybe if we have healthcare, we don't have nothing to worry about the medication or the price. But no one will ever want to be sick. So free healthcare is a must. And
Yeah.
about education free. I don't. Well, maybe you are right.
You are right at some point that you said no one would ever get sick. No one would um, get sick. Yeah, that's quite true. But let's think about this. Drinking spree, abusing drugs, smoking, um, didn't really have proper sleep. That's part of not taking care of your health, and it's quite common. So you just waste free healthcare with your drinking activity just because you feel happier, just because you want to have some fun. You destroy
Or,
your own body.
or maybe free healthcare with some struck. I mean, with some dasar dan ketentuan berlaku, permit
Mhm.
condition, maybe will be free healthcare, but not for patient with smoking problems or drinking problems or drug problems.
We didn't have a term. So how can we filter like subsidies for fuel? Government keep paying subsidies for fuel and no one could really tell, is this for business or is this for personal use? Is this for public use? No one could ever really filter that.
Well, I don't know if the government will take people for education apa for medication free. Maybe if the doctor said analysis the patient have drinking problem or smoking problem, they will be not served as medication free. But what about the fuel? Maybe if the government will be take user of fuel, someone use the fuel for Gojek, someone use the fuel from maybe the rich people have car that government will take them like this car is it's luxury, the car cannot serve for fuel free. Maybe that will the system will be
Is everyone quiet?
So, which one first? What's first?
Okay.
I
Um,
must say that
Masih Mas Ilham, you can go first.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm first, maybe. first. How about it?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
I
on.
have I don't know, some suddenly a crazy idea about the education. I think the problem is not the education for the child. It is education for the parents. It's mm, about how the parents teach their children how to make them independent, how to uh, teach them how to think about the problem, finding the solution. I think that's the the education. I think the education that must be free. Like it is just an idea. Like maybe government can be uh, teach the parents about the basic parenting, some that makes their children independent and
Mm-hmm.
got uh, they have good solution, problem solving. So the idea is the government pay a salary for parents, so the parents can focus on their child. So maybe for after the child 5 years or maybe in elementary school, they can cut the salary. I think that's the idea. That's the idea. I think.
I
So
don't
the
think that's
parents
good
are
for it.
supposed to go to parenting class,
Yeah, but they
free
can focus
parenting.
it in the parenting, so they can raise the children uh without they must pay something, so they must work. I think the problem is like that. So many people work for their children, but they neglect they actually neglected them.
All right, I
Just
get it.
idea, I think.
So it's because most parents work, and so they don't have time for their children, and so their children got neglected. And so you think the parents should get the free parenting class from the government, as well as the parents get salary from the government, so they don't have to work, so they can take care of the children and raise them well. Is it something like that?
That's just an idea
Yep.
from me.
Sounds too good to be true.
That's why it's just an idea.
I think
Yeah.
for the three option is it's too good to be true. But ya kita ngobrol ini kan sudah menghayal.
Mhm.
Berarti
It's utopic.
jadi ya it's okay, a crazy idea.
Yeah, but me personally, I would against to that idea.
What's that?
Yes. Why?
Oh my god.
Which one do you think would be better? Pay an expert to do job,
Yeah.
or pay everyone else
Maybe.
less to do that job?
Maybe
So, which one do you think would come up with better outcome?
maybe I think the idea is to make the great attitude. So for the expert skill, yeah, will stay at the expert, but the attitude like how to talk to other, how to memperlakukan the
Okay,
other,
how to
Great.
treat the other.
yeah, how to treat the other. It must be
Yeah,
back to the parent. So
of course. Teaching children is one of parents' responsibility.
maybe
That is true. That is correct. But we cannot expect every parent to teach everything to their children, because some parents just don't have the knowledge. That's knowledge. Put aside about the willingness. Some parents just didn't really care about their children education.
I think it can be give the free education for the parent education. I think give the free parent education. So yes, also it's back to the people how they take it. Will they take it or will back to the people? But the idea give the education to the parent how to educate
Raise their children properly.
the basic education, like maybe
Okay.
the elementary level or maybe at the third grade, maybe it's like that. Because at the elementary level, at the third grade, yes, it's able to. I think it can be taken by parents.
Yeah, I think, and it should be because parents is the first pause of their education system. So, Miss Mayanti, what you are about to ask?
I was not about to ask. Actually, I was just about to to agree with you. I mean, yes, everything is possible to happen. So I think, I mean, to be waste when everything is free, everything is also possible to be waste. And because I think even education is also possible to be wasted because
But
people tend to waste everything free, especially here in Indonesia, like what you just said. It's free, so I would do something else which probably going to make money. So it's true that it's not going to probably violate others, but it's probably not so very good for the futures too, like in general for the country. But still, I think education. I would pick education because it's what everybody needs. It's just we can probably allocate the other money to better the quality of the education. But at least people don't have to think about money when they want to study, when they want to send their children to school.
I could feel that.
Yes.
I was struggling with education ever since junior high school.
And even now, it's so expensive. I mean, like it's getting more and more expensive every time.
Yep, it's getting expensive. Sending your children to preschool is as expensive as sending it to the college.
Yes, that's true. Even to kindergarten. I mean, like it's so funny, but
like you have to pay same amount of money than you could send your older children to college. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And people pay that too. And so yes, it's going to be great if it's free and the quality is still good. So
we cannot have both.
At least we can have the money to do something at home. I mean, yes, I would like to support the education from home. Anyway, it's too complicated sometimes.
So, should I pick someone next?
Right, sorry.
Okay, so which one who hasn't answered the question yet?
It's supposed to be Mas Ilham, I guess.
Okay.
But has yes. He hasn't either, I guess. Just have two. Mr. Abe and also Mas Ilham.
Okay, I would go to Mr. Abe.
Oh, yeah.
You're next.
Hmm.
Can you hear us, Mr. Abe?
Okay, yeah, I
Right, good.
Nice. Nice.
So I have posted the questions over there. So Mr. Abe, you can simply pick the question you want to answer.
I think I will answer number 6. Yeah.
Number 6. Let me see what
Mhm.
number 6 is. Okay, what is your favorite marketplace to shop anything you need? Why is that? Okay.
Uh, I'd better use Tokopedia because I think because maybe I already get used to the system. Yeah, they provide sorting things to into the lower price. So
Really?
as the consumer, we have opportunity to choose the best product and the best price we want to buy. I also have another marketplace application in my Android, or I also have Bukalapak. I also have GID. I also have Shopee. I also have Alibaba because in my job before I used to use the marketplace to find something. Then also I've been trapped in Shopee because when I sort the things, I think I thought it's already the lowest price I get, but then the seller uh, can can create a trap because he sell the lower price than the others in smaller quantity. Just like maybe one box for masker, maybe 150. He sells only 75,000. But he didn't say, he didn't give information whether it's only for half quantity. That's
Wow.
kind of the problem.
Ah,
That's why for me Tokopedia it's better because I already use it for more uh, older than and other systems. Yeah. So if I have to choose some systems for if I have to choose a marketplace in fastest method, I choose Tokopedia. But if I want to buy a new brand, maybe handphone, usually I use GDID because uh, they also have uh, all their brand has all their brand is
Originally.
original.
Mhm.
I think that's two of marketplace I used to use is my Tokopedia and GDID.
So when you use AliExpress or Alibaba,
right.
what kind of item do you get it?
Pardon?
Um, what kind of item you need when you use AliExpress?
I was working in medical medical tools, yeah, medical
Mhm.
part, just like masker and so on and so on.
Mhm.
Some product I have to find from China, just like I can find some CTM virus virus transport medium. Yeah, yes, and also masker and some maybe LCD both LCD double side 40 inch. I need kind of product from China, and most of them give uh, better price and latest technology.
Yeah, sure. Because I use AliExpress and Alibaba pretty much because of that. I'm producing my own product and I need to outsource the parts from the China because China has everything pretty much right now. They literally have everything you need to build a product.
Yeah, they I think they also already have a good system R&D. Yeah, so they can R&D and also very creative. I the first time I see LCD with the automatic hand sanitizer is from China also. Uh, yeah, but I would prefer use Alibaba and also made in China, yeah, because AliExpress usually use they sell in uh retail, yeah, retail. Whether in
Mhm.
Alibaba and uh made in China, they can sell it in more uh in bigger quantity.
Yep.
Mm.
When it comes into bigger quantity, yeah, I would use Alibaba. But when it comes into one or two product, I will just go to AliExpress because they are faster and cheaper.
Yeah, but also I don't know recently, but I already have also experience with AliExpress. AliExpress provide their own delivery system, but it make me headache because I've been trying I've been trying to buy charger head
Mhm.
charger head and the charger comes to my house in 60 months later 6 months later almost 1 year.
Yeah, because they play hide and seek with the government, with the customs. That's why.
I don't know, because if I choose Alibaba or maybe made in China and a bigger quantity, I can use my our our import agent in Indonesia.
Your forwarder?
No, you can find a lot of importing agent in Indonesia, Indonesian people that can help you. Just you can just tell them this kind of product. They already send into the
Indonesia.
Guangzhou warehouse, so you can just take from the Guangzhou warehouse and send it to me in Indonesia. You can do like that. It would be faster.
No, you don't. I think
Yeah, it could be faster. Depends on the what's it called, the airway and the over the sea shipment.
Yeah,
But if you
mostly
use your own engine, yeah, it's pretty much faster than relying on their own expedition.
mostly from China to Indonesia usually have a problem in weather. Yeah,
weather.
if they get bad weather, they stop all the delivery to outgoing to China.
So this kind of LCD and hand sanitizer, am I right? Hand sanitizer or digitizer?
Hand sanitizer,
Hand
LCD,
sanitizer.
that's LCD, one face LCD with automatic
Hand
sensor
sanitizer
for
dispenser.
sanitizer. Yes,
Okay, so
sanitizer.
you just stand in front of the device and the hand
Yes.
sanitizer will just sprout the hand sanitizer for you. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Because that's pretty much what I do this time. I'm building custom product for custom user for custom buyer. I never really buy whole product. I just buy part.
So you create the program.
Yeah, I create pretty much almost everything. But for the hardware, yeah, we just assemble it in Indonesia.
Oh. So you also create the as far as I know, the LCD product there is two version. One of they need special server to sign from our laptop to send. So we send the file into the
Mm-hmm.
server, then the server send to the device.
Mm-hmm.
But the second version, we can send it directly to the device by maybe USB or maybe the using Bluetooth and so on and so on.
Yes, that's kind of stuff. I've been developing custom access control, attendee system. So yeah, it's pretty much like that. This recently we've been working with product that deals with mass recognition and face recognition at the same time, and
Mhm.
with thermal gun. So we could we could measure the temperature of the person standing in front of the device and let the system decide if he's too hot. If they are too hot, they cannot enter the building.
Oh, that's like first media product. I've seen that kind of product. First media uh, in some of advertising. They use
Mm-hmm.
uh, outside the building. So there's what do you call? Yeah, camera and sensor temperature sensor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody who pass the sensor can the sensor may detect all everybody that pass the sensor.
Yep.
So the operator may find out everybody temperature in yeah in a second maybe yeah.
Yep. It's really quick.
Yeah. That is like first media product. I've been seeing it.
I'm sending the picture to the chat box. It's pretty much like that. But the original product is pretty critical for average Indonesian user. So we buy part by part and then I write the program so we could sell cheaper.
Oh yeah, really? You that's the I'm interested with your question before whether you asked about which one is better give the job to the most competent people
Mm-hmm.
or you can give to the job with some mediocre people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's depend on the cost because you have to count uh, how much is the cost compare the two of it.
Yep. I have no problem with their product as a whole, but our clients have the problem with the price. So we have to come up with better solution. So that's the solution from us. We buy it as part. We don't buy their software. We build our own software.
Oh, okay, yeah. The usually the problem is on the software.
Yep. And the problem with us is we cannot we cannot produce the hardware because we simply don't have the industry for it. We don't have manufacturer. We don't have everything for it. But we have pretty much talented programmer here in Indonesia. I know few people that really knows how to solve problem
Mm.
really efficient. So
Yeah.
we put aside the expensive stuff, we get the cheaper stuff, and we focus on what we can do best.
Yeah.
So it's win-win solution.
Yeah. That's business count.
Right. So, Mr. Ebe, should we move to Mas Ilham because it's already 1 to 10?
Okay.
Right.
I think for me it's enough. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay,
So,
we can hear you.
going to be Mas Ilham. Mas Ilham, where are you? Okay. Right. So, Mas Ilham, please take the question.
Can I share a story? Then pick a question.
Of course. Yes. It's all the same. Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yes, of course.
Pardon, I can't hear you clearly, Miss Marianti.
Yes, you may. You may share a story. You may share a story.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, right.
So, a couple of days ago, I joined a volunteer program. It was from the United States, I guess. The country that held the program for volunteering, and it's based on remotely for volunteer to join the program. But I don't want to tell about the program, but I just want to tell you about the experience to talking to native English speaker, I guess.
Okay, right.
When I tried to speak with my mic on, and then I don't know, but do you really think that my accent is a little bit weird, or is this is because they don't really know about our accent or something like that? I don't know. When I try to talk, he or she, I don't know, talk to me that my accent is a little bit weird for them, and then yeah, I stop talking to them, something like that.
If you ask
Um,
someone from like really Native American, like they never really meet someone else outside their country, yeah, they might say your accent quite weird, but you are not a native speaker and that is your second or third language. So I think you're pretty much better than Native American that could only speak one language.
I know it. Maybe I don't because it that is the first time I talk to native speaker, and then I got nervous. My speech become faster than this. I mean, know how the nervous people talk, and then I can't clearly give my idea to them because I wait, and then I just type it with text in the conversation, and yeah, I don't speak too much, but the thing is, I just want to speak with native speaker when I join in the volunteer program. Of course, I want to help other people, but the second thing I want is to try to speak to other people in US or other native speaker or something like that. That is just my little bit story because I don't know when someone uh, tell you that you have weird accent is oh a little bit hurt my heart.
I think you can stop worrying about your accent and start
Yeah.
focusing on your intention in every conversation, because if you keep worrying about it and if you keep correcting yourself inside of your own head, you will not get your intent properly.
Trust, yeah.
Hmm.
For me, I will just say everything. I know that I was wrong, but I will correct it. I will correct it next time, not right now. What I just said is done. It's been said. I can undo it. As long as my partner could understand, I don't really care about it.
How about the pronunciation? I guess it's really important for them to understand if don't you have
Yes, it is important, but if they cannot understand you, they will ask you to repeat it. It's just
ah
as simple as that.
oh my god, yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. Just say it. When
Hmm.
you're wrong, so be it.
Yeah,
We're not born and raised by native speaker in English, so I guess that's pretty fine.
I think the language is just a tool for communicate. So don't really care about. I think don't really care about grammar or everything else. Just if the other person know what do you mean, it's enough. I think. That's it.
okay, thank
Yeah,
you very
if
much.
you feel bad about yourself, let me tell you, I have met a lot of Indians. I have met a lot of Chinese people that cannot talk in English properly, but they just feel confident about themselves. Why should we? Why should we worry about our accent as long as people could understand? Because their accent is really really hard to be comprehend. I used to talk with a lot of Indians and a lot of Chinese people. For the first time, I really couldn't understand what they say. Some, for example, they say hardware as Huawei. Like I was like, is that Huawei brand? No, no, the Huawei. No, Huawei, Huawei. Oh, hardware. Okay. So I don't think you should worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Oh,
and and they're not like mediocre people. They're like executive people. I used to meet with executive levels management in some factories, Chinese companies in Indonesia, mostly on Serang. They couldn't speak in English properly. Why should you worry?
yeah. When I hear this conversation and at the first time today, I mean, when the first participant or like Mbak Kiki talking, well, it's really easy to understand and the pronunciation is really good. So
No.
I'm
Um,
my heart is a little bit string.
People will be more appreciating if you have wide range of vocabularies, vocab.
Vocabulary. Yeah.
Mhm.
What is it? I forgot. It's in my tongue. Yeah, I mean, people will be appreciate more if you have wide range of vocab instead of try perfecting your pronunciation.
Is that so? Well, I think
So
it's
just
okay.
focus
Yeah.
on learning new words and using it
Yeah,
instead of worrying about
it,
that.
it's good advice for me. Thank you very much.
Because
Because
you will
yeah,
get better eventually someday. You will not realize it. Oh, I'm just better now. Because one day I watch a movie and I still need subtitle, and then suddenly I watch it again. I don't even need it. Like, wow, I can understand the whole movie right now.
without subtitle.
without subtitle. So
Well,
yeah, it will get better eventually. You shouldn't worry about it.
Excuse me, but excuse me. I remember one of my friend when I was kid.
Mhm,
He play Harvest Moon. You know
mhm.
the game,
Yeah, I know
PlayStation
how.
Harvest Moon. Wow,
Yeah.
they play Harvest Moon on the front
Mhm.
of him, and then the right side of him is his dictionary.
Mhm.
oh,
If we want to inform English, I think we have include that English that we want to learn to something that we love, like a game, like a song, like a movie. And
movie.
now I
Mhm.
learn English from 9 gig. I love memes, so I have to understand what the joke is. So here I am.
Yeah, but sometimes it's easier to understand what people say rather than to talk back to the people. Like, I think it's a good advice from Mas Mizan that I need to spread my vocab more because the hard thing can be solved if you have many words that you have.
Yeah,
Mm.
just Google, just search big people on YouTube, how they talk, how do they talk. You can pretty much recognize that they don't really have best accent on native as a native speaker, but they have really wide range of vocab. That's what I
Yeah.
admire from big people like Sri Mulyani, like Miranda Gultom. Just try to search for their conversation in English.
Hmm.
They never worry about their accent because it, it's it's this thing that cannot be changed overnight. Just worry about your vocab.
Yeah. I guess I need to
Even
worry about my
even
vocab.
UN. Try to watch some UN speech. You will realize that not all people talk in
Good
so-called
English.
um,
Perfect accent.
Why I
pronunciation
not
or whatever.
give what
Try search it.
United Nation?
Mhm. Yep,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
because there's a lot of people from so many countries, right? And
Yeah.
not all of people
Absolutely.
use English as their first language.
Is those speech available on YouTube? The
Yep,
UN one?
yep.
Okay. 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 Thank
Just
you for
type
the
UN
answer.
speech and get the one that from not from native English like African or somewhere else. You will get confidence once you understand that their pronunciation is no better than you.
I got. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. Interesting.
Even Russia, even China, the president cannot pronounce better than you. Why should you feel bad about your pronunciation? Why you should feel bad about your accent?
Yeah.
Japanese Prime Minister use translator.
Nah, see,
People translate.
it's a big country.
Oh my god. Oh. Hmm.
What's most important is to focus on what you want to communicate, Mas Ilham.
Mhm.
Just
Get your
if they don't,
intention.
yes, if they don't understand, they would have to ask you to clarify again. I think it's not so very polite to say your accent is weird. Actually, they're probably very young.
I
Anyway, mhm.
okay, okay. But
But
yeah, for that day when he or she, I don't know it is he or she, but is it because my mic that have buzzing sound like toot toot, and then she say, I'm sorry Ilham, like your mic and have buzz sound, and then your accent a little, I can't really understand your accent. And sorry that I mute you. And can you just text it in the conversation? At that time, well, I feel like, oh my god, am I I wrong or something in my accent or something like. I just feel like,
I don't think that has something to do because every people have their own version, their own levels of pronunciation, I guess. Because we, as Indonesian, we might understand better if people talk in Indonesian-ish accent English, but Chinese people would understand English better with Chinese-ish accent. So I think it will be different on every people. What matters is you get your intention right, and if they don't get it from you, they will ask you to clarify. They will ask you to repeat it. So yeah, just keep doing it.
nice, nice. Oh, thank you, Mas Misan, thank you all. It's really how do I say it? Make me feel semangat,
Relief.
semangat ini.
Or maybe mind blown.
I feel excited again to learn English more and of course focusing
Of course
to
you will.
add my vocab. I guess that I have a little vocab too. Ah, yeah. Once again thank you for the advice.
Yes, of course you will have to be excited to learn it because you are still very young and you will have to see the world. So you
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I guess that for me is more a little bit like your hat, I guess. But thank you for listening to me.
okay, right. So are we going to sing or shall we just end the meeting this evening?
I have things to do, so I think I'm good.
Okay, right.
Let's wrap it up.
Right.
Wrap
So,
it up.
okay, right. So thanks, guys, for coming.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you for the guitar, Mas. Guitar. I'd love to learn how to play guitar actually, but it hurts.
The kids.
So I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it hurts. I'm like,
No, Miss
Yes.
Mayan, I'm the one have to say sorry because I think it's good to um, it's good to play some background music while we are on meeting, but because this meeting with English that make us so tense, so we have no, we have, I mean, we have less concentration because of that. So I'm sorry when I play the guitar that make you all feel disturbed or something.
Yes, it made us want to sing. Right.
I just want to try break the ice. I don't want to be awkward. That's only one what I try. So I'm sorry.
No, it was actually great, but yes, because it was a little bit. I don't know. I couldn't really hear the voice, so I think. Sorry for interrupting your guitar playing too. Okay, right. So anyway, thanks guys all for coming. See you next week.
Mr. Marioti, Miss Marioti,
Yes, yes.
can I ask
Yeah.
one last question, like for everyone, like
Yes.
anyone
please.
plays piano or keyboard?
I'm
Not
not.
me.
I'm not. I want to, but I'm not.
Mas Gita?
I just on concentration to play saxophone.
All right. Just want to ask about the basic keyboard or piano for beginner. How much is this? Maybe you
That's going to be about 1.4 PSR Yamaha PSR F. Yes, F51. I
Is it
actually
good?
just got one. It's the cheapest and the standardized one. I mean, like Yamaha. And yeah, it's enough for a beginner. But if you want to get something better, it should be around like 3.5. The Pios Air F51 is very basic. It's like very basic, but the sound is of course standardized, so it's good.
What the name again? Yamaha
Yamaha Pios Air
PS.
Pios or PS or F1
Oh,
F51 F51.
you have the keyboard, Marianti?
Yes, I just actually got that one some time ago for my daughters, but none of us play any keyboard, so I have to learn how to play it myself. So my children will be interested. Yes, it takes
So you,
a long
you
time.
don't want to make waste.
Yes. So yes, I play 2 songs only so far: the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and also Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's all. That's
Which
the
level? Which
easiest one.
level Twinkle Little Star? They have so many
I don't
levels,
know.
you know?
I don't even know the level. It's the
Me
easiest
too.
one.
I don't
It's
even
just
know they have so many levels.
Yeah.
yes. I just found. I mean, like, it's so frustrating. I was so confused how to learn. I do have music teacher friend, but it's like impossible to ask her to help because I mean, like, I have no basic at all, so I prefer going to YouTube and just pick any videos and just
Keep repeating it.
yes.
Well, at least your keyboard make your finger practice.
Good luck on your
Yes.
keyboard, Marianti.
Thank you.
Do not
My
waste
children
it.
will be interested.
Okay, thank you for the pity.
Right.
Thank you for the info, Mrs. Mayati.
Yes, okay, anytime. So, right.
Okay.
Night, everyone.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, hello.
Good night. Say good night.
Bye.
Good night. Say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
See you later.
See you soon.
What?